So I was really surprised. I mean, like, actually, literally surprised when I went to learn about what is concerning the folks in the frugal community. But we'll get back into that in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. I had a topsy turvy kind of a morning when I woke up. I went to check my video. Now, remember, these are recorded a week ahead of time. I went to check on my 5 a.m. video and I'm like, well, okay, where is it? The one that, was supposed to play on this date, the week prior to the date that you're listening to me. Okay. So, of course, the bird clock. I'm like, where on planet Earth is that video? I know I recorded it. I know I listed it. Lo and behold, it was in the wrong scheduling time slot. So it was scheduled by accident by myself. Sorry. It would have been two uploads simultaneously at 9:15 instead of 5 and 9:15. So when you guys got up today at 5, you probably said, "Where's Jan?" Because I am a stickler about making sure you guys have a video for 5 a.m. So thankfully by 5:45, 5:45, I found it and I put it back up at the right time. Like, so that's how my morning is started. I'm like, no, but you know what? We're just experiencing like the tail end of a heat wave. So after a few days of your brains and everything frying for a few days, things are bound to happen. Wow. Anyway, I'm still trying to shake it all off. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you so much. I went to check because I was curious to know in this year, 2025, what would be a concern to the frugal community? Now, these are people like myself, like minded people, perhaps like you, because you probably wouldn't be here listening to an audio about frugality, right? If you didn't care about frugality. I was wondering and curious at this particular space and time, what is troubling the frugal folks the most? And I was very surprised to see this. Okay. So, the thing that concerns frugal folks the most in this year, 2025, according to my research, not according to Jan, according to the research, is ta da, embracing a minimalistic mindset. Hmm. Wow. Interesting. I never, I mean, I know there is a connection, of course, with frugality and a minimalistic kind of uh, living. I didn't know that that was a huge concern to the frugal folks at this juncture. But that is interesting. Embracing a minimalistic mindset and this makes the most resonating sense to me because we talk about this and I'm sure you do too over your kitchen table, right? And embracing not only the minimalistic mindset, but prioritizing needs over wants. And I don't know, maybe it's because I talk about this stuff all the time for years and years and years, and hopefully it touched a person's heart or triggered something in their mind's eye to, like to really like get into that. But this is very much alive and well, very, very much, and even more so for whatever the specific reason is, and I wouldn't know the specific reason, but a lot of people are really, really caring about being able to distinguish between the wants and the needs. So, as it says, let me see, prioritize needs over wants, focus on fulfilling genuine needs, okay? Rather, and I like this part, rather than fleeting wants. Ah, so rather than caving in to fleeting wants, there's a key word there, and I'm sure you probably picked it out yourself. Rather than caving into fleeting wants, then we concern ourselves more with what we need as prioritizing in our lives. Okay, so what would be the key word? Fleeting. It's true. It's like you kind of sort of know this stuff already. It's in your mind's eye already. It's there, but like you just like don't actualize it sometimes. But I like the word fleeting because many is the case that our wants, because they are merely wants, okay, and you didn't really take any further action. You can have a passing thought and say, gee, I would really want to own that 30 story building in XYZ location. I mean, maybe you look at it and you had a fantastic thought, and you said, I would really want that, right? And you're talking to a friend, and you both chuckle over it, and then you realize, sorry about these outside sounds in the city here, and inevitable. Anyway, making a long story short, suppose you're sitting with a friend and you're chuckling over the idea of wanting to be the owner of a 30-story building, and you're thinking of dollars and cents and all this and all that. But then when you actually think about everything that goes into it, you might realize, think I'll pass. Sounds like a fun thought for a moment. I love carousels, make no mistake. I think they're beautiful. I think they're artistic. They are a gorgeous work of art, and they are triggering in my mind's eye of many good, happy memories growing up. And even for other people, I see the joy on their faces too. Don't think that I didn't think about the idea, wouldn't it be nice to own a carousel? And then, it's so cute. And then realizing that thought versus, okay, so I have to rent some space. First, I have to buy the carousel or rent one, or rent some space, and then monitor it, and then the upkeep, and not just watching people spinning around and around and around for hours. Would turn from something I truly love to think about in a fun manner, all of a sudden turns into a job. It's like not everybody, but a lot of people like to go out and dine out to eat, right? Not everybody, but a lot of people like to go to restaurants or like the idea of being served and everything. And we love that. That doesn't mean I want to own a restaurant. And by the way, restaurant business is like, whoa, I have family that, in restaurant business and all that. It's not what it's, there's a lot to it. Okay. There's a lot to it. I wouldn't want to touch that. I wouldn't want to touch restaurant business with a 10-foot pole personally. No, I wouldn't. Nope, I wouldn't. But that's another show. That's another show. We could talk about restaurant business do's and don'ts one day. Who knows? Maybe down the road we'll do that. But not that I'm any expert, but from what I've heard, it's just. But it's interesting about where the frugal community is thinking at this moment in time. So here are some good tips that I extracted from my research on the matter. Okay, and let's see. We need to do, and we like to do, mindful consumption. Mindful consumption. And like it says, and I didn't create this, but I like this term. I like this idea. Use it up, wear it out. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. Let me say it again. This is in reference to mindful consumption. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. It makes a ton of sense. I like that. Use it up, wear it out, make it do it out. Yep. All right. So, if we go along with that, it should be very helpful. And I know that many of us listening do go along with that. But was an eye opener about the minimalistic thing going on right now amongst the frugal. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comment section below. So, prioritizing needs over wants, focusing or fulfilling genuine needs rather than caving into fleeting wants. I like that. The word fleeting. Yeah, the idea of the carousel and maybe being the owner and watching people's joyful faces and then having to deal with all the responsibilities. That would turn me off from my carousel love affair. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate everybody's time. I look forward to speaking with you again when every single morning at 5 a.m. Don't forget to take good care of yourself and your amazing family. And super thanks are always, always welcome. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Thank you.